remember when we did the first film, there were all these sorts of things that you get to be in J.K. Rowling's world. You suddenly get given a wand. You've waited pretty much all your life for this moment. You think you're going to be a pro at it, and you suddenly stand there with this wand in your hand, and you're like. So I got this wonderful movement coach called Alex Reynolds who came and worked with us, and we did a few sessions pretty much in order that I could work out whether go super minimal, like we sort of studied all the, but it's the same with apparating. Apparating is it's in that wizarding world.
This is saying that one.
I just never thought about the levels. How it could go wrong.
But actually, Jude, I hear that scene in particular annoyed you. That you had skills. They're multipliers.
This was being over eager, just getting lessons on my life. Getting there was a brief mention in the scene just before that scene goes all the way through London as Dumbledore is trying to persuade Newt to go on this mission as he said. I said that he can't. Dumbledore can't. And there's a brief mention that he makes a card appear, which he then hands Newt, and as you see there, he eventually hands it back at him. So I thought, well, I was at this charity event, and there was this incredible magician there, very tall guy called Pete, brilliant magician, by the way, who I thought, well, hey, why don't you come over and teach me some sleight of hand so I can maybe, make this card really appear? And I practiced and practiced and practiced, and then, of course, I got there, and they were like, no, we CGI that.
Can you still do it?
I can. Yeah. Well, I think they used it in the film.
Talk about yourself, and you had another thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
And that's what she said.
So this is going to be
Look over there.
I go like this, I go like that. Like that.
Oh! Yes, we missed that.
That sounded like a woo that you give a really drunk uncle at Christmas. You did something appear.
That was a woo where they were doing it. That was like you just tried that like that.
Oh,
what? It worked out neat.
Immediate reaction. No, that's it. But you know what I love those that you talk about how they were like, oh, we can CGI that. But there was one moment in Fantastic Beasts, and my God, they built the most extraordinary sets. When you walk onto the set of a lot of those films, it's completely mind-blowing. Because we had to do one scene where we were walking down a kind of by a bridge, down to the bank of the River Seine. Obviously, all shot in Watford, but private jets. And they hadn't actually built any steps. And it was just some sort of amazing mountain of sort of like money that they'd spent on extraordinary things. Suddenly they had like all these sort of 4 actors having to do that thing, which I can't really demonstrate because I've got
Oh my God!
you like one of these? Yeah, one of these.
Oh my God!
You have to do literally.
Oh no! You had to fake a staircase. Everything in the world is real. It's like $8 million. It's like, we can't do it. Do it, guys.
The worst thing with this is I thought I'd be really good at it, and it transpires I'm not.
Is this ruining it for you? Because you are a Robert Potter fan.
Like, I really am, like, super.
No, she's not making it up. There's another picture.
Oh God, where are these pictures coming from?
And also what I like is that you've got 2 kids, but they're not in this picture.
You guys are staying home. Yeah, we had wands, but like Fantastic Beasts for me is like, I don't know why that like made my brain break a little. Like I loved it.
Oh.
I really, really loved it. Like I was so excited.
Your little girls, well, how little are they?
11 and 8.
Also not so little.
Yeah.
But there has been the patter of some new small feet at your home.
Gigantic horses. I'm raising golden retriever horses.
Two new golden retrievers.
They're massive and they're super pretty.
They're all
Super pretty and super young. It's like living with models. You know? They'll never wait in a line. They'll never like have to take like a bad job. Sometimes they go out into the backyard and they'll just literally sometimes somehow I see them, I'm like, what are they doing? And I swear to God, I've watched Homer like catch light and then a breeze, and it looks like look back at you and you're like, you look gorgeous. Anyway, and other people have seen it and they thought I was like exaggerating, and they see it, they're like, oh my God, that
We're
dog
running
looks
out
like...
of time. Marcos will complete the rites of ascension before we reach him.
You've had proper beauty shot. Which one's that, Homer
Why?
or...
That's Harper.
Harper.
Oh my God.
What's Homer? Here we go.
They'll be impossible. Look at your chest here, right?
He looks wise, doesn't he?
He's just constant. He always is like, like his eyes just like the sad, like pretty, like.
But then I like what you've done. You've taken beautiful dogs and then you've humiliated them. You've dressed them here as lions.
That's how I spend my free time, guys. It's weird at all.
And then this one, and this is like hand-on tail. What is this?
Trying to get them to look like they were holding like loaves of bread and baskets. Like they were like kind of like fishing village women. And, they were just eating the bread. They're my grandmas. Clearly I'm like, I need to do more with my life.
Finding the lens though, aren't they?
They're always like, they'll be all over the place and you get a camera out and they're like...
Miss McCarthy, you bring us an extraordinary food story. I mean, this is phenomenal. It's a movie called Feather for You, and it's one of those things that you're doing around to the film festivals right now, but it won't actually hit cinemas here till the 1st of February. And it's about a woman called Lee Israel. So tell us about Lee Israel, who she was, and at what point we meet her.
We meet her in like the 90s, like 92, 91, 92. She was a fairly successful biography writer living in New York City, a prickly, caustic, very difficult woman, and then suddenly was kind of told she's obsolete, no longer wanted or needed to write. She was on welfare, she couldn't support herself anymore, and so she started doing the one thing she could do well, and kind of by happenstance she ends up forging literary works by Bill Coward, Parker, all these incredible writers, and she eventually is caught by the FBI. But the tale she befriends Jimmy Grant, Grace Jack, often is amazing and like a delight. And because he's very incredibly intensely lonely, isolated people who form this friendship, and they both are
the letters, it's, you know, they're letters, yeah. People can go on out the letters. And I've overall, how many do you have? 400
some letters in less than a year and a half. So she had typewriters all over her house that matched, and different types of paper, and was baking things and selling them to all of these kind of antiquities, people that really were the ones that authenticate. So it was a full grift and a con, but she was really good at it. And I think 3 of her letters in the first edition of a Noel Coward book, 3 of her letters are in it. Until the second printing, get them out.
This is you as your co-star with Shebra, and this is you confessing your crime. Funny moments, be very funny. But we haven't seen you do this before. It's sort of heartbreaking and heartwarming. It's just beautiful. It must have been a kind of joy.
It was, I love this story so much, and I love all the kind of strong, flawed women I play, but there's something special about Lee. There's no real reason you like her, yet I found myself pretty enamored with her.
Beautiful work. Oscar show for the charity starring in the dark historical comedy of My Favorites. Please welcome our Emma Stone! Okay, don't go
How are you? Lovely to meet you. 1 second. Delivery one.
But I know that any of you get in she wasn't her name. Diane's just not and it was the amazing thing that I asked to give her a war and give her your French sword. And then you have to do that thing you face me, oh, that's Twitter! And then not really like excited. And now, I'm just just now. And this is the favorite, which is, and it's sort of, I'm going to get this one piece of this one more genuine here. And this, so remember, for now, it's coming out. People watch the show over and over again. Great. Yeah. This is pretty nerve-wracking because you walk down an English person in front of an English crowd in English.
I mean, it's being the only American is like, if I mess this up, it's going to stick out. I mean, it would maybe ruin the entire movie. But imagine that didn't happen. Well, I hope not. I can't confirm it. I'm still American. I'm not totally sure. But I hope so. I mean, I'm trying to work hard.
Yeah, no, it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. So the favorite, if you haven't heard about this movie, it's a sort of extraordinary tour de force by these three actresses. It's yourself, Olivia Colman, and Rachel Weisz. So just give us a flavor of the story. How do the three of you interact and meet?
So Olivia Colman, who is a genius and a legend, and I've met her on this film, but now I understand why everyone's obsessed with her, because she's the greatest. She plays Queen Anne in 1708, 1710-ish, and Rachel Weisz plays her kind of companion, best friend, political advisor, Sarah Churchill. And then I come into the palace as Sarah's distant cousin who needs a job as a scullery maid. And then things get a little dicey from there. Just an intrigue.
Oh, there's a lot of it.
There's a lot of intrigue.
No, it is terrific. It's great. It's funny, but and the three of you was amazing. It's so much fun. It was so well, we've got a clip. This is you sort of starting to flex your muscles and manipulate the board.
Okay. Corset roll.
That's my first corset roll. How do you feel about the corset? No one likes corset.
Oh, man. Has anyone ever tried corset? Yeah.
Corset wrap.
It doesn't take the corset training.
I did a tough night with my rivals. I did Violet and Mark and the guy who made the corsets was called Luca. He was amazing, and he made these corsets into this entrance from the 16th century whalebone, and he tightened me into it, and he had worn corsets all his life, and basically his body went into this extraordinary kind of thing.
Like tree.
Yeah. And what happened when he took it off? Well, this was a ball.
It was,
You see,
I was supposed to ask you, did you do the leaning board? I didn't have a leaning board, but I would just do like a couch like this. I would just you really care. And honestly, like, goodness, existed in for such a long time, which does give you a lot of sympathy for that time period, what you were going through. But for the first month, I couldn't breathe. And so I
I would just smell. And Sandy Powell is the costume designer. She's fantastic. The costumes are beautiful. There's just this one part. It's historically accurate, but I couldn't. I would smell menthol, and it sort of made me think that I was in like a wide open space. So I would smell a little bit of menthol and be in a wide open space for 30 seconds, and then be back to not breathing. But then after about a month, my organs shifted. He said they have to, like what you're saying. His whole body shape changed, and it was only temporary, but it was gross. It was gross. Do you feel they've gone back? They've gone back. Okay. They've gone back for sure. Yeah.
You said that like what happens when you're delirious?
So basically, it's like you're a creepy sound and there's a pop. It went like a part, the bottom half of my stomach, whatever this doctor, whatever's in there, went down that way, and then I guess just my ribs stayed up. So, anyway, don't do it. You don't. But I was grateful. I love doing this. My lungs in my ass. I'm going to keep taking. I like to breathe it in.
Afternoon,
I'm like,
no
careful.
one
It gives me a reading to my heart system.
Since we last saw you, Joe, you won an Oscar. Well done, you. Often people look at this moment, but you did more than dream of this moment. I mean, you planned this.
It wasn't that specific. To be fair. No, I mean, what you mean, just like it's part of your childhood.
Yes, when you dream, you made your pitch to your parents.
Yes. This story will never die.
Well, no, but I gotta, how old were you did it? It's amazing.
I was 14. I was almost 15, and I made a presentation.
So you wanted to go to LA, and they didn't want you to go. They weren't going to let you go. Is that it?
Well, no, they hadn't even heard the idea. It was just like, I realized if I'm gonna, we lived about a 6-hour drive from LA in Phoenix, Arizona, and I realized I couldn't just come home for my freshman year of high school. And I realized I couldn't just walk in and go like, here I go. So I decided to make a PowerPoint presentation about why it would be a good idea for me to all of my big dreams.
But you went for it. I guess.
Yeah, it had this song Hollywood by Madonna.
Were you in a sensible pants?
I should have been in a sensible pants. I think I was in my high school. I wish it was all girls Catholic high school, so I think I was in like a plaid skirt and a collared shirt.
So with all the planning, and then what? You just had a series of reasons why you should
A series of reasons why this would be a good idea, not just at any time, but now. And for some reason, it did eventually, and I would punish my child if they had done that. Those freaks.
The presentation ended with.
Let me go.
What?
What?
Didn't it end with?
You probably remember more about it than I do.
Well, it doesn't end. It ends with you putting up the picture, and it says Emma Stone, actress, best. Was it best actress?
No!
No, did it?
Who told you that?
And then you won an Oscar.
First of all, my name is Emily, so there's no way it said Emma.
Okay.
And then no!
You didn't say you won an Oscar. Why are we telling this story?
No!
That's what I thought. I thought the whole point of this.
Crazy.
I thought, well, it's quite crazy anyway. But
Lord, but that would have made it like absolutely she's going somewhere, and it's not there. It's somewhere else.
Oh, well, you won an Oscar. Over 30 years, this man has sold more than 40 million records worldwide, with many top 10 hits along the way. Tonight he's performing his single Try. Please welcome Mr. Rick Astley!
seen one of these?
I have seen one done. 25 years.
No, it's a picture disc.
Oh, it's a picture disc. And look on the back of the
Two-colour picture disc.
I know, that's the expensive kind.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah, I think you're about the first to come back with a picture.
Oh, I don't know. I think people are doing it, but I think it's just a joy. I think it's just. I mean, I remember that as a kid and collecting records and really wanting the certain ones. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Just watching that mysterious face swirling around.
Oh, that's you guys.
Swirling around the room.
Be careful where you put the hole. Yeah, what's the name of the bus?
Yeah, it's terrific. And of course, let's see.
What?
I'm older. You joined the translator earlier, Melissa was saying that maybe she was.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, never
Are
mind.
you also a baby?
I would also like one of you.
If not, and then I will fight for it later.
This was referring to the famous Europe.
And I literally, I'm just like, oh my god, I gotta get a turtle. We're never thinking like, I'm thinking of the turtle weapon.
Yeah.
Which is like a very short Western woman should.
Do you remember? Because this wasn't exactly produced.
No, we basically, I turned up with a bunch of clothes. Literally, they're all my clothes. It wasn't stuff. It wasn't that wasn't an accident. It wasn't, premeditated. And there was a guy, actually, when we recorded, not that far from we recorded, there was a guy doing nights, as we call it here, working through the night, and he just kept shouting out his window, getting shot.
But now tragedy strikes because that judgment needs to be in some sort of Planet Hollywood or some
My
sort of
closet.
your closet.
On my back.
Where is it? I did an outside broadcast in Northern Ireland back in the day, right in the beginning of all of that, and a bunch of kids basically, as I was kind of trying to be on the radio, I kind of just pulled it off my back and it just drifted across a crowd of like a few hundred, maybe 1,000 people, just drifted off into the sunset.
It should be a documentary.
Well,
Trademark.
Go right now if you get the right.
every now and again I kind of see it coming back to me because I heard the gig not too long ago and I saw this guy in a trench coat, sure enough, as the gig got towards the end and we hadn't played that song yet, we kind of took it off and just put it off and we just kind of relived the moment. My time. It was a bit big. Oh, it was the other day.
And so we talked about it before, maybe this phenomenon of the and I was going to bring it up, but while you were there,
I just wanted to, do you want to talk about that or no? Because I just was wondering if anyone else had ever gone through it. They had, and they didn't know what, and I want to see it. It's a very fun situation, but I don't know how you feel.
No, I've been absolutely fine with it. We have a daughter, and she's 26 years old now. When that kind of started about 10 years ago, she literally sat me down on the couch and said, "Did you realise it's had nothing to do with you?"
No.
And I kind of thought, she's absolutely right. It doesn't. It's just a song somebody chose, and therefore, to do this prank with kind of thing. So therefore, I don't own it anymore. It's nothing to do with it. This is something else.
it stopped. It stopped. It doesn't happen.
It's not, but people keep doing things with that tune on the
Big
internet.
tower,
So what happens then? I really don't know. You open an email.
So you open an email and there's a link to something. And it's like, oh, click this link. And then you click. And then a bunch of pop-ups come up. And his face it comes up as well. And then it says, never going to give you up. And then until you restart, it doesn't stop.
So I go to the movie story, and quick ask everybody. Red chair, big red chair, and who's on the big red chair? Hello! Hello! Hi, what's your name? I'm Andrew. Andrew, okay. You sound like you're from I am in Seattle, Washington, USA. Seattle, Washington, USA. Does your story involve someone like that? No, it does not. Or at least to God, I hope not. Fingers crossed, everyone. Okay, and what's your name for a living? I'm an ethics researcher at Texas. Ethics researcher?
I hope you're great at it.
Did you just start?
Today.
Oh my god. I'll figure with your story.
Yeah, so when I was younger, I was really into punk music. I had this wonderful, amazing black leather jacket that I spent like weeks painting and studying.
Focus on the mission.
Make it look really, really cool. So I went to a punk show, and I got a bit too drunk. My friends, being good friends, they were moving the last bus home, running from the club all the way to the house. And about 5 seconds into the bus ride, I can tell that I am looking very sick. Now, I'm ready to look around and think what to do, but there's nothing anywhere. So the bus takes a turn, so does my stomach. Takes a sleeve of my jacket. Just so straight back. Long bus rides, about 40 minutes. So it's about 5 or 6 times. To the point where I'm having to cradle my arm like this, sort of V-shaped in my sleep. Finally, my bus stop comes. I ring the buzzer, and I stand up and start stumbling towards the
Stay focused.
And as I'm walking past the driver says, "Hey, whoa, man, you gotta pay." And without even thinking about it, I drop my arm. Hi, what's your name?
My name's Christian. I am retired. I used to be council at the time. You are. And I want to tell this story because it's about my sister Sarah, who broke both my ankles, and I got a cure on the story. It was many years ago. Sarah and I were given vouchers to go to a health spa in a very famous health spa called Sanctuary. So it was very illustrious, swanky. And we decided to go together because we were a little bit nervous and intimidated. Sarah and I had never even been to a gym together, So we went along, checked in, got to the changing room, and going undressed. Sarah looked around, she said, "Naked." I said, "Oh goodness, well, we're going to have to be naked then, we're just going to have to do what everybody else does because obviously this is what they do in this world." So we went to the changing room, and it's really quite hard to walk naturally when you're naked, but anyway, we tried it. And we went out, the atrium was beautiful, flowers and trees and birds, and we thought, we don't know where to go really, so we headed towards the swimming pool, up this little bridge, and on the top of the bridge is a parrot, so we talked to the parrot, and then Sarah said, Jessica, what? The changing room, we're naked.
Thank you to all of our guests. Greg, Ashley! and author David Williams, British Claire Boyd, and Hollywood great Kurt Russell. I'll see you then. Good night, bye-bye! Show starts now. Hello, good evening, you're all very welcome. Hey, a great show for tonight. I thought my guests will be popping on classes on a royal baby. Little Archie arrived. Oh, mother and baby are doing well. She's a duchess. He's seventh in line to the throne. Yeah, they're doing well. Now, how many great-grandchildren is it the Queen has now? Oh, that's right, 8. Yeah. So nice of the Queen, though, isn't it? Yeah. Twice this summer she'll get a visit from a cute little thing she has.
They were four.
I think we all know who's to blame for that. Initially, Meghan had wanted to give birth at home, although that's mainly because she saw who'd be driving her to the hospital. The baby was a week overdue. You know, it was really happy where it was, and no matter how hard everyone tried, they just couldn't get it to budge. We all know someone like that. Let's get to Fiesta! Later, we have our music from pop legend, Shakespeare's sister! Yeah! But first, he's a superstar comedian, actor, producer, and one of the funniest people in the world. Now he brings us more laughs in The Secret Life of Pets 2. Please welcome the great Kevin Hart, everybody! In the house. Now she's terrifying as E.T. Horror's mom. It's the first time welcome to Octavia Spencer! We've got 2 of the stars from Disney's new Aladdin. Hold on, singer and actress. It's Natalie Scott, everybody! It's always a pleasure to welcome Mr. Will Smith. Welcome back to Will and maybe a Kevin who's never been here.
Sit down again.
You've never been in a coach.
No. We're promoting Billy too, so it's like we love to work together. We've been looking at a few things, but Kevin stays really busy, and it's hard to fit into his schedule. So that's
I think that the beauty of the idea of us working together is such a wonderful thing that we just want to make sure it's right.
It's right, yeah.
We want to make sure we don't want to just throw something together. It should be something that we can really gravitate to and understand how special of a moment it is. And,
yeah. We can do Wild Wild West too.
Oh my God! I'm so glad with that idea. Might explode.
Oh my God, yeah.
When you go back to Brazil,
That's a place where I friends guys and give cheese.
It's just Philadelphia.
No. What I think was
An author of Soul is Blue. Octavia Spencer has a name. And obviously, Will and Amy work together in a lab, and we'll talk about that. But Octavia, you also work with Will. I don't know if you remember this.
And it was a special moment.
Yeah,
A special moment.
Yeah.
On Will's birthday, I think either this year or last year, I wrote about what you did for me. I'm probably gonna cry.
Oh my gosh.
We were working on 7 pounds, and I was only on that movie for 3 days. Will pulled in as I was coming out of my trailer, which was a honey wagon. I mean, I was wider than an animal. And I was coming out, I was going to hair and makeup. The very next day, I go to my trailer, and they said, oh, you've been moved. And I had been put into, like, this triple bagger, which you never get anything that's not in your contract. And the AD told me that Will had changed my trailer, upgraded my trailer.
Wow.
He puts you in a triple banger now? It's better ones than the triple banger. Probably put you in the quadruple banger. No, he did what he could, I guess.
And so now, maybe you must be working with Will. But Audie Will was sort of part of your life before this film. I don't know.
Yeah, he was a part of my life via my brother, who is the biggest Will Smith fan. And I feel like people say that, they're like, yeah, I'm the biggest Will Smith fan. Like, my brother knows those, like, deep cuts of your album, do you know what I mean?
He knows the stuff I don't know.
He's obsessed.
Yeah, but like to the point where you sent us a picture. I don't know if you
Yeah.
you sent us a picture of his bedroom. This is your brother's bedroom. That was there before you got the Aladdin.
Oh, yeah, no, way before. This is like at our family home. And I would walk past, and I'd go, life size. Wait, he's like, let me tell you, he ain't 16 people. Where are you? Oh, look at that. So he has this car.
Security. Keep an eye on that one.
Now, when you see that picture, it seems unlikely that Josh is married, but he is. He is, and this picture. This is when the actual first dance at the wedding. You're there.
His first dance was getting jiggy with it.
No! First dance!
Alright, I just want to roll out.
Back here.
And Kevin, you've been back to Philadelphia, but not for a hard day. You brought them back to where you're from.
Yeah.
Okay. Was it this? Why did you bring them back?
Well, parents didn't tell me that they tried. I want to make sure my kids understand the value of hard work and what the meaning of the mission. So, I don't want you thinking that what we have our lifestyle is how we're supposed to be. The reality is going to take you to where Dad is from. So, we take a trip. We take a real trip to Philadelphia. And, we'll show you
Land in your private jet, yeah.
Just follow. What's that? All right, I'm sitting there and start. We got all the got in the car and started talking to the neighbor. That's where where are you from? So we pull up to my place and it's like this long deep. It's like a moment. Like it's like 7 a.m. I'm like, look, today, look, all we fixed the grass. People think it's all the grass we had. I but here I walked 2.5 miles to get from here to where I had to go to meet my mom. Yeah. This was not a situation she was comfortable in. When I get done, my kids are like, we want to live here! This place is a piece of shit! I'm trying to show you what we have as things that you gotta work for. You don't want to go home! Let me go upstairs! I literally had to stop the lesson. I'm Philadelphia store. Go back home. I'm just gonna show you books from now on. I'm gonna lie to you.
The new live-action spectacular. It opens here on May the 22nd. Yeah. Maybe this is so exciting. You are Princess Jasmine.
I know. I don't know how it happened. Like, how am I on a couch with you lot? Yeah, like crazy excited, all of those things. Kind of surreal. In a movie with him. Say, I'm done for life.
No, but really, like, holding your own. There's no, you mean you're the star of this movie.
Oh, thank you.
It's
I appreciate it.
Meanwhile, Will Smith, you have the Herculean task.
Yes.
Of doing the genie.
The genie, yeah.
And so, how hard was it to decide to do this?
That's how you teach a lesson, Kevin. Show up at home looking like that, they gonna learn whatever you try to do. But it was actually terrifying for me. Like getting the first call, you know, it's a deep honor, you know, to be asked to do that. But Robin Williams didn't leave a lot of room for improvement. You know, the character of the genie, you know, he revolutionized what you could do in animation. And so, you know, I watched the movie a couple of times and I was like, ugh. And it wasn't until I started playing with the music that I got an in. I was playing with the music and I started, instead of singing some of the stuff, I started rapping some of it. And I was like, oh, that's an interesting in to be able to maintain the nostalgia and it, you know, be an homage to the Robin Williams genie, but also to add the new flavor.
Yeah, but also I suppose that thing of just doing it, you know, you're not a cartoonist.
Yeah.
You are, you know, I mean,
a live action genie.
Live action.
I'm a real genie. I'm a human and a real blue genie.
Yeah. And then maybe, like Princess Jasmine, she's different. She's kind of a tougher, more modern woman.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, it was, what, 26 years ago? Something like that?
Well, don't put ages on.
Oh,
Just say he was
you know, then...
Amy wasn't born.
But it is, like, you know, for me, I think we just wanted to make her more ambitious. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's fighting for the freedom to marry who she wants to marry in the original, and in this, she's actually fighting to be the leader. Like, she's like, I'm gonna be a politician.
Yeah.
So that's what I love about this version.
She has to be modest, but there is a song in this movie that is the one new song that we do, and it's called Speechless, and she absolutely just obliterates this thing. It's the signature point in the movie, and as she was saying, the addition that we made with this Princess Jasmine as a storyline, Princess Jasmine wants to be the ruler. She's on her father that he doesn't have any sons, and he should make her the next ruler. But in this world, women can't be the ruler, so she's fighting to prove.
Yeah. She's like, I'm just gonna have to show them.
I'm
just gonna have to sing a song.
Sing a song.
You know, like the Prime Minister, like,
that's the way to prove it. Sing a song, yeah.
Just sing a song.
I will not go speechless.
We should say Mina Massoud, he plays Aladdin, and in the clip, it's used the genie convincing Aladdin to say something to Princess Jasmine. He wrote it, and just had a significant birthday.
Yes.
We'll leave it at that. A significant birthday. And
No, I'm not scared to say it.
Yeah.
I turned 50.
I thought we were near the same age. I'm turning 40 again in 2 weeks.
My 50th birthday. Yes,
Wow. And then since then, you've gone a bit crazy. You're doing this bucket list thing. Nobody like you're doing this bucket list challenge, and it's like you want to die. Like you're doing a lot of dangerous things.
Yeah, you know, a huge part of my childhood was marked by fear, you know, and you can generate, you know, great things, and you can succeed and you can win, but you can never really be happy if you're scared, you know. So I turned 50 and I had created this wonderful life and this wonderful career, but I felt trapped by being Will Smith. And a part of that freedom was, well, I have kids, so I can't do this. Well, I'm famous, so I can't say that. Well, you know, people look at me this way, so I can't behave like that. And a part of the bucket list was I just wanted to give myself the freedom to do all of the things that I would put in my mind that I couldn't do. And there's, you know, I'm adventurous, so I've always wanted to be that. So.
Yes, like fast cars,
That's
skydiving,
right, yeah.
swimming with sharks, and like
Now, swimming with sharks, I shouldn't have done. That's the one.
Oh,
Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I got down there with those sharks, and I was like, all right, Will, now you just being stupid. Kev was like, hey, Will, man, listen, it's just, we're going to keep it simple. One word, stop.
At some point, you gotta tap back in, brother. You're gone. It's real.
This is an odd thing. I mean, David, do you have a bucket list?
I want to learn how to belly dance. You think you can help me with that, honey? No shark.
No shark.
Can I just say, that's not a very ambitious bucket list. Is there anything on your bucket list, Kevin?
I don't like the help death. Very content.
But there's the dangerous thing, physically dangerous things. But then it's interesting, one of the scariest things you do is, and it's something that I just assumed you had done before, was stand-up comedy.
Stand-up comedy.
Yeah, I think so.
I'd never done. That was the first time that I ever did stand-up. And, you know, I just watched your last Netflix special.
Which is so good.
It's great. Like, it is, to me, stand-up is the hardest thing to do in entertainment. It's different than music. When you have a beat and you have rhythm and you go, and it's like you got backup dancers, you got DJ Jazzy Jeff, you know, it's like when you have all of that, it's like you're surrounded and protected. You know, even with a hit record, when you have a hit record, you know the audience is going to respond. You know it's going to go well. Stand up and stuff out there, just you and a microphone.
Did you kind of think I'm going to do this again? Or
I went out there and I really enjoyed it. But when I was preparing for the stand-up, I was thinking to myself, I would much rather bungee jump out of a helicopter again than do the stand-up. It's terrifying to me.
But I can see you doing it, though. I can actually see you doing it and having success doing it. Because the beauty of it is talking. You got stories. You got an amazing point of view. So I think once you grasp that side of it, I'm just sharing my view. People are going to understand and gravitate towards the pictures that I'm painting because they're true. They're believable. It's authentic.
Like, could you tell us like the story about your dad is true?
My dad, yeah.
Is it one where he phones you?
Oh yeah, it was Independence Day, and the movie had just come out. It was my first big hit movie. So it was like it was like 3 a.m. in LA, and he was on the East Coast, and he had just seen the numbers, so the phone rang, and then 3 a.m. calls. I'm like, hello? And he's like, hey, you see the numbers? And I was like, Dad, it's 3 o'clock. I said, hey, man, you remember when I told you there ain't no such thing as luck? Just what you make. Remember I told you that? Okay, Dad, remember when I told you there ain't no such thing as luck? Luck is when opportunity meets preparation. Remember I told you that? Dad, I remember. He said, man, that's bullshit. You're the luckiest joke I've ever. Best of our time.
What's nice to know is it wasn't always like that. Not that I
What shit you want to know? I had a friend that's... You understand a couple, you're not promoting luxury, venues. But they can still stay and make money. There's a crack. I'm available. I don't know if you guys have ever tried to tell a joke about people cracking crabs. Literally, the frustration that comes from not being able to open the crab, you're not funny at the same time, that you can hear. I remember hearing a woman, an older lady, who was like, she was cracking crab. This is how you crack crab. And I tell a joke, and the joke doesn't work. And I remember this lady just going, oh no.
No, but I've heard the stories. He's able to command fame.
She said, baby, it was like, oh no, baby. My choice of life. I'm going wrong. Look, the hardship that I went through helped build me into the person I am today, where I can take so much. But I've been through it all. I was hit in the face with a buffalo wing.
You're about to face Reed Sunstein. Yes, this is long overdue. I've known him for years, since before he joined Macros. Don't underestimate him. He's very powerful. You're a guy like the others. Most importantly, don't listen to him. He'll say anything to get what he wants.
That's not me. I'm not here for that. I'm being entertained. I know who's got kids. I'm trying to herd into kid material. And one dude in the back, I tell this dude in the back, he's like, that's enough. And he's just doing buffalo wing at me. Cheap over the sauce, scallop. Right here. Buffalo sauce is hot. I assumed it was a woman for the deep voice. So I was like, who's moving? Who's moving? And at the end of the day, I'm a man. I'm a man first. Don't disrespect me. He stood up. He was like, I did. I contemplated just taking my clothes off.
Well, now, Octavia's a new movie, a really scary new movie, Ma. It's out on the 31st of May. And, this is an Octavia Spencer we hadn't seen before. Now, did you know this was in you?
It's all new.
You think too highly of yourself.
Tell people who Ma is and why she's potentially scary.
Well, Ma is a woman named Juliet. She is a little damaged, and she likes to hang out with teenagers.
Macros and I are done. You deceive yourself.
You find out that, life has dealt her some, issues that she has. And so she's sort of...
You hold no
hanging out
place
with
in this world.
You're laughing at serious. It is a summer horror film, and when my friend called me up and said, I have this horror film I want you to do, I'm like, stop, because black people always die when the first 15 minutes. Not only do you stop black, you get killed.
When they're I saw the trailer. I didn't know what's going on. I just seen the kid. I haven't seen it. I saw the trailer and I remember I was like, oh, this is Jimmy. And she saw me, she was like, hey, Kat. And her eyes, when I saw the trailer, I don't know about that. Even though he didn't know it's a movie, I think it's the exposure of a black person to just it really was uncomfortable. People are calling me mom now, so I gotta calm down. No, I see you doing like scary and intense. I actually love scary. Yes. And so it was kind of refreshing, something different where I didn't have to nurture anybody.
I'm always scared of roles like that, though, because sometimes when you go really deep into character, some of the stuff can stick, right? So, because I offered Django. It was one of the reasons I turned down Django just because of what kind of stuff you do to your mind when you go to those characters. Did you experience any of that? I'm sorry, Grandma.
No, you know what? I actually live in the world of true crime. And it's one of those things I like to be up on things. Like if I see people, I'm like, that's a killer right there. Keep my eyes on. But I like to know that right before I go to bed that I can figure things out. I would leave the committee.
This is you trying to connect with that's kind of like a happy scene. That's like, the bright sunshine. You're a producer, 3 nominations for movies that I held. I do want to mention another movie first, although it also already is. What you want me to get? The White House, there's a picture. I think that Octavia was quite happy with me at the White House. Yeah.
So she was actually across from me, and I didn't think anything was wrong. But I do look at her. See that picture? Oh, girl, Yes, I did. I call it I did meet him. I go to the White House, and the
same thing. We go to sports media, and we go, comes out, and I'm with my wife essentially, very big moment, because we're sitting together, and he comes out with, oh, since we like move up, it's really important to give this speeches on Halloween, and he sees me, and he goes, Kevin Hart, thank you for making time for me, coming to the White House, love you, and I say, you gotta be kidding. He looked at me, and I had to play so far, I turned him away, and I said, shit. I'm gonna chill. There's an ongoing joke that we have. Oh my God.
Because on Monday, you were at the Met Gala. Oh, you know the director. What the and they are. Did you enjoy it?
I mean, it's still like a spectator. Do you know what I mean? I was just surrounded by so many famous people. I mean, lol. And like, it was just surreal. I got in, and you know, it was just like there was steak. That was great. I was like finishing everyone's. There was Irina Shane next to me. I was like, gonna finish that steak. Next steak, another steak, and the guy, yeah, like I was just making everyone steak, and I was really hungry. It was my birthday as well. And I mean, that kind of took a step back to me because the Met Gala felt a bit all. But yeah. Right, then. The ever done a number?
Why I haven't been. Like, I've been to I don't think I'm at that level of aggression. I don't either.
I disagree. I'm not
talking about the movie. I don't think I'm at that level. I don't want to be in the corner. Somebody hitting me like, at that level for that conversation. At some point you're going to run into that group and they're going to ask, yeah, can you please?
Because I'm in that same situation, I always be like, hey man, look, I just took a shower and poured with Jada left on the bed.
I've seen a lot of my friends go, I think they love the beat behind me. My fear is just like, give it off. Like going in a regular suit. Like, what the? What is going on? You got a black suit.
I always wanted to go to the Emperor's New Clothes. You have something great on.
Of May. So this is you're back at the snowball. And this time the snowball is
Learn to be stronger.
Well, hello, no snowball. There's that's their amazing success in part one. I was a villain in part one, and I ended the movie on love, and I found a family. This family really loved to dress me up. She dressed me up as a superhero, and because of how gullible I am, I started to believe it. I really believe that I'm capable of living the life being blessed with the opportunity to carry out a faith. And it's a conviction. I would do things that I think I can do. But there's a level of ambition still that I have. So there's a lot of people with kids that have 6 kids, especially my kids, because no one it's the hardest thing for me to explain. You want to avoid the kids being comfortable. Yeah. No, I can imagine it. And for me, animation is such a great world. And the fact that I have the opportunity to transition to 3 or whatever, it's a hot. That's making me in the hot. So I do it.
And basically, this is the whole channel. Rap. Yes. Very good. And one of the things I don't know how both doing is kind of motivational speeches. Very short and cheap. For example, this is what I will. I always do like this. Self-discipline. What is your contribution to the human family? It's a really shitty way to determine how we feel about ourselves. And that's all I'm going to say about it. Kevin's are similar. They're, I would say, slightly more aggressive. Here's Kevin doing something. Wake up! What's going Don't do these So we have that here with obstacles, if there are any kind of issues, like the something where they're like this shopping and you guys before them doing he's not here. I mean, just for the safety of the house. Yeah. Okay, so let's find out who we're going to do first. Is it Daria? Daria, alright. Hello, Daria. Hello. So, you have a fear you want to tell, right?
Yes. I'm scared of feet.
Okay, but are you scared of your own feet?
Anything, my own, my friends, any, like I don't want to look at them, see them, touch my hands.
Okay. So Daria is scared of all fears of me. Okay. So I'm going to start with you, Will. Okay. So if you want to go straight down the left, number 5 there. Okay. So Daria, it's going to be how can you get her over this fear? Go.
This one's easy. We'll fix this right now.
Okay.
You just gotta come down here and confront your fear. And it was like a related incident. Grandma was arrested over here.
Kevin 5, go. Jackson is almost me. So Jackson uses motivation because
I'm lactose intolerant, but I can't help myself. I keep eating dairy. I mean, how good is that eating?
okay, so if you want to stop eating dairy, there's a bad for you.
Yeah, look, there's plenty of alternatives out there, but let's go with that.
Okay, how lactose intolerant? What happened?
Well, basically, after I ate it, I'm the not so Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah. Well, this was
Okay, well,
it's some weird thing,
Wisdom
if
is
lactose doesn't agree with you, it's not going to agree with us. And just at the heart of it, if you love anybody, especially those that are near you, just put the ice cream down because we're not inclined to enjoy your funky ass.
Okay. I'm gonna yeah.
You want to change? Everybody's lactose intolerant, but you know what I'm lactose intolerant, and I can't. Here's my people, you get one life. And if you want to blow your ass, go out there and I drink milk because I love it.
You're going to need some sage advice. You're going to need sage advice for sure.
and right inside for music, I'm so excited to welcome back this pop duo. They haven't performed this song together in 27 years. Here with our iconic stay, it is Shakespeare's Sister! Oh, and welcome back to our Shakespeare's Sister. Thank you very much for that.
I know.
And that song still holds records. Number one in isolation for 8 weeks. The longest one for a Godfall. It's going to be released on the singles one. July. So it's got all the singles, but it won't have.
Yes, yeah. Really excited. Next Wednesday's our first single in 27 years.
Yeah.
It was very emotional, actually. Weirdly emotional. When we got eyes on each other, there was like tears sprang into our eyes. Ooh, we didn't expect that.
Your like intention or your approach.
Right now, I'm sitting on the sofa with all of
This time is finally we're able to understand each other and be going through really like each other. That moment onwards, and now we've got like it's just enjoying creating.
You're touring. You're touring the when does it starts? July.
July is the singles part.
Oh, okay.
Singles album.
Oh, okay. Well, yes, I've got that. Yes.
on Halloween.
Yeah.
I hope that's a good day.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. And Will Wrigley, it's a huge success. And I mean, you said touring, like, are you a bit jealous?
Yeah, I was definitely, he got I thought it was it was like, boy, I'm paying you. You know more stuff than me. Coachella, I was really proud. Like, that's a big honor for a music artist. I never played Coachella. That was my first time at Coachella, so it was big for him, and it was big for our family. So it definitely got me to the edge a little bit. Definitely got the edge.
Are you scratching the itch?
I'm gonna scratch it. I'm gonna scratch the edge a little bit.
Here's to show you how it's easier to jump out. Yeah, in the word was sharp. I'm gonna kill myself.
Big sister, so great to have you back in our world. Just time to say thank you to all I get. She's your sister! Music guest Sam Fender, writer of music David Williams, football and great Peter Crouch, Welsh Maxwell, Luke Evans, and from Star Wars and Game of Thrones, Brendan and Christy. Good night, ready, goodbye! I appreciate the warm welcome. Isn't it cold? Oh, it's chilly. I hope you all go through the freezing conditions. Sadly, police have already reported a horrific incident of people falling badly on the ice. Show flashing eyes. Where are you like as a professional artist? I could tap you, but no. You're on your own. And what are we seeing? Oh, the worst of the weather in years has hit us. We're facing a stiff edge, apocalyptic Brexit. But on the plus side, dry January finished. Yay! Like anyone did. Some people really needed it. Joyce May won her Olympic competition and she had a favorite negotiation. And I think for the Americans, not the Blades, you can see again. Just really, you don't need to recruit on the long itself and pages are Well, hey, you think it's cold here? In the States, they're suffering at record freezing weather. I mean, some places, temperatures have gone down to minus 54 degrees. I'm cold, that is. Signs of this, I'm Harry and Paul now, he's taking the stage in Only Fools and Horses, the musical. Please welcome Paul Whitehouse! The likes of a beautiful mind, blood diamond, and requiem for a dream. Now she brings us the fantasy epic, Alita, Battle Angel. Welcome the first time, Jennifer Connelly!